What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to Living Life Fast. Today you join me for probably one of the most exciting videos I'm going to be making on this channel. I'm happy to announce I have locked down an airfield, not as regular as I'd like, but obviously beggars can't be choosers, and I've got a sick race to kick off this series. You've probably already seen it in the thumbnail. But a couple of things that are going to make my drag series a little bit different is I'm going to be verifying their time. So I'm going to be using Draggy, where I'll be capturing a verified quarter mile time, half mile time, and also their 100 to 200 kilometer time. And there'll also be like 6 races, so we do 3 half a mile races from a dig, and then we do 3 half a mile rolling races. So onto the first car, and we've got Imran in his BMW F90 M5. Comes with a 4.4 litre twin turbo V8 engine producing 592 horsepower from factory. Obviously Imran being the owner of Evolve Automotive, this car now runs closer to 850 horsepower. Mod wise, it has a full Super Sprint exhaust system, decat downpipes, Venturi intake, Evolve ECU and gearbox tune, MSS suspension, 660 design lightweight wheels. It also runs methanol injection, and today it's running a race fuel map. On 99 RON, it dynoed 800 bhp, and today running race fuel, Imran estimates power to be around 850 bhp. And onto the contender, and we've got Nick, the owner of this highly modified R35 Nissan GTR. We all know the GTRs by now, 3.8 litre twin turbo V6 engine producing 480 to 580 bhp depending on what year you go with. Mod wise, the engine's fully forged, it's had stage 3 headwork, upgraded Borg Warner 7663 turbos, full Dodson upgraded gearbox, upgraded flywheel, race intercooler, twin Veyron fuel pumps, a Litchfield 4-inch exhaust system. The list just goes on and on. Power wise, it dynoed around 1080 bhp running race fuel, and running 99 RON it put down 1010 bhp. Just before we start the race, I'd really appreciate if you could smash the like button. If you're new and you want to see more vids just like this, hit the subscribe button, and I promise to do as many of these as I can. Anyway, let's start the race. The M5 is like lightning off the line, and off camera Imran can consistently record a 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds, so no surprise there. So you may be wondering how Nick won the race. Well, if you rewind the video and listen carefully around the quarter mile mark, the M5 let off a huge backfire which had Imran completely back off the throttle, so technically giving Nick the win. Although the M5 didn't complete the half a mile, it still managed a verified quarter mile time of 10.84 seconds at 125 miles per hour and a 100 to 200 kilometer time of 603 seconds. Moving on to the GTR, and that did a verified quarter mile time in 10.75 seconds at 143.5 miles per hour, and it did a 100 to 200 kilometer time in a rapid 4.66 seconds. How was that? Any good?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not using launch control, so everyone just remember. I'm not using launch because it's an unfair race otherwise, but it even bogged. When I just put my foot flat down in first with no launch, it just bogged.
Did he start levelling out? Like, did you? Because obviously
I started catching him. It takes quite a lot of extra power to catch someone. I mean, he reckons he's running 850.
Yeah,
that's a really quick car.
Yeah.
But I started catching him, but then Imran started doing these like big backfires. So I just looked round, there's like a jet fighter next to me with like 10-foot flames out the back. So I just lifted it. It was all just getting a bit much.
All right, man. Well, we'll do a round 2.
Do it again. Yeah.
Let's go.
advantage off the launch is brilliant. But call me a wuss if you want, but I haven't actually done launch control on this car yet.
I let off a little bit before the half mile because I got a bit worried about what Nick said.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, so when you get on there, it does get a bit loose.
Okay.
But now
right,
I know how it brakes. You can basically go through the half mile, just let off, and then just brake like gradually.
Well, I lifted at 170.
Yeah, crazy.
So I mean, and that was before the half mile.
Okay.
I
So
lifted before half mile.
yeah.
I'm gonna go.
Shall we? Do you reckon we should do 2 roll races now, or?
No, we'll do one more.
Yeah.
Like this, and I think then we'll do a roll.
Okay. Alright, cool. As you can see, the M5 clearly has the advantage from a dig. I must note, Nick was not using launch control as he didn't want to risk damaging his car. Also, Nick seems to be letting off the throttle just before he crosses the line, which probably isn't helping with his half mile time. We're now going to move on to a roll race, as this will take away most of the disadvantages one car may have and make it a more fair race. Saying that, the M5 is around 230 bhp down, so it could probably do every advantage it can find. Anyway, onto the roll race. Both cars will get up to 40 miles per hour. As soon as they reach the cones, the race begins. Little recap, man. So
yeah, I think it's as we expected. Nick wasn't going to launch. I launched, but I wasn't using launch control. But I think up to the end of the quarter and half mile, I think I was ahead. But if we look back, maybe your trap speeds are higher. And on the roll, yeah, Nick's car was more power and lighter.
Yeah, it's just what happens, isn't it? He had the advantage. That thing off
the launch
standing is just ridiculous.
Yeah, it really is something else.
It's consistent as well. It just keeps doing the same over and over.
What have you done? What have you recorded to 60? Like, have you done any?
On here, it's only doing 3.28, but I mean, on a good surface, I've done 2.2, 2.49. That's my record.
Yeah.
Wow, 2.49.
So it's a big difference
Yeah.
between the surfaces. So.
You're never really going to get much quicker than that, to be honest. It just sort of defies logic, surely.
So are you both happy-ish with the
Yeah,
results?
I'm happy.
Yeah, as expected.
As expected.
Yeah. Really, really quick car, this M5, trust me. It's a monster.
Well, look, man, thank you for coming down.
No
And
worries,
yeah,
man.
obviously, hopefully we'll have some times in the leaderboard below. But yeah, man,
Nick,
wicked.
rematch when I've got more power.
Sweet, man. Just going over both cars' fastest times of the day, starting with the M5. It did a quarter mile in 10.69 seconds at 134 miles per hour. It did the half a mile in 16.68 seconds at 162 miles per hour. And it recorded the fastest 100 to 200 kilometer time of 5.92 seconds. The GTR managed a fastest quarter mile time in exactly the same time as the M5, 10.69 seconds, but at 142 miles per hour, which is around 8 miles per hour faster. It also completed a half a mile in 16.51 seconds at 152 miles per hour. As I mentioned, Nick seems to be letting off the throttle just before he crosses the half a mile line. And interestingly, he's still slightly faster than Imran. He also recorded the fastest 100 to 200 kilometer time of 4.53 seconds. So guys, please can you hit the thumbs up and make sure to subscribe if you want more content like this. I did make a lot of mistakes filming this, but in time I will improve with more angles and less annoying wind noise. Make sure to check the description for the official LLF leaderboards, and if you think you've got what it takes to be the fastest, get in touch ASAP. Until next time.